You make people who think they know it all think again. Anytime you speak, you make people who think they know it all think again. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night, wherever you are. Welcome to my creative life. I'm Keith, and right now I have a universal message to share with you. And this one I'm super excited about because I'm just feeling proud mom type of vibes, even though you're not my kids. But we are a collective, and the message that I'm getting is it's a good one. And there has been a lot of shifts, of course. And I constantly say there is a lot of shifts. Really, that means a lot of different things. But right now, I'm so happy that you are changing your perspective on yourself, okay? That is a good feeling that I'm getting. And I want to get into this message and really explain what's going on here. All right, let's see what the universe wants you to know and what it wants to confirm to you, affirm to you, of course, in all highest light and nothing but goodness for all, harmony for all, and harm to none. Okay, let's see why you are so proud of yourself at this moment. So a few phrases that I'm getting is that you are self-made. You have changed the outcomes of your life so much. What the worms know. What the worms know. Okay, so you might have grown up in an environment that was kind of hectic, to say the least. And you saw everything that was going on around you, and you decided within yourself, I am not going to be like this. I am going to shape my destiny. I'm going to take my power back and become who I am. And you've done that. You've done just that. And every time you look back, you're like, God dang it. I've done exactly what it is that I wanted to do. So what the worms know. So you faced a lot of people who were trying to tell you that you didn't know what you know, trying to disillusion you, but also program you with what they thought you should know, and they could not gain power and control over you. And so you're like, even though you think I don't know, I'm not as wise as I am, I still am. It doesn't matter that you don't think that. But I still am who I am. The moss cauldron, the moss cauldron. Okay, so yes, you definitely had to piece yourself together and create yourself. You might be an artist who is constantly reinventing their image. You might be a business person who had to start from the bottom. I mean, you've started from the absolute trenches and you've come forth as a bright and shining person. You have a great spirit and you never stopped believing in your self-image, and it's brought you this amazing feeling of accomplishment within your life. Okay, some of you just didn't even let any of this bull crap that everybody was trying to, you just took the dirt and you made the best of it. You took the dirt, you took the mud, and you made the best of it. You thrived in it. It only made you stronger. In the tunnels of our ancestors, am I not? Okay, confirmation. Come on. Confirmation. This is something that was built within you. It was in your blood, okay? It was just meant for you to face these tough challenges, these tough circumstances, and look it in the face and say, yeah, I see that. But you thought I didn't have a strong spirit. That's fine that you didn't think that I had a strong spirit, because I actually do, and I'll show you. Okay, so in the tunnels of our ancestors, you have a strength that has surpassed many generations of people, okay? And actually, it's not surpassed many generations of people. It's come through many generations. So you might have been a part of groups that were displaced, like indigenous groups that were displaced, or you might have African roots. You might have Slavic roots. You might have Irish roots. you might have had instances of trafficking, or you've come from areas where there is constant abduction and misplaced people. You might come from foster home situations, anything like that, but you did not let it stop you. These challenges would have broken people who did not have the spirit to get through this, but you were born with the spirit of a winner, okay? You have witnessed the change within. You were given a visionary gift. You were given these dreams, these imaginings that you've seen, that you felt so deeply in your heart, that when you looked around and you told people about these visions and this strength that you have, they looked at you like you were absolutely nuts. You were out of it. But all of that was BS, and all of that dirt that they threw at you, it only added to the pile that you can just thrive in. So this is what I'm seeing as you. Even though they were throwing all of this dirt, they were trying to bury you, they were trying to put you underneath, they were trying to say you weren't good enough to sprout, you weren't good enough to come out of the gutter, you weren't good enough to come from the bottom, you would have never made it. They were trying to throw all this stuff at you. They were only making it look better for you at the end of the day, okay? So you were able to defeat them. You were able to piece your life together, stir your pot your own way. You were able to mix it up and show them, none of that stopped me. None of that stopped me, okay? So you're witnessing good change in your environment. You are actually the change in your environment. Your hurtful past actually inspired you to be a better person today. So kudos to you. Congratulations to you. You are a winner, okay? You are winning at life, absolutely winning at life. And you are a strong person. I'm getting the feeling that you don't even look outside of yourself and say, oh, well, that person only has that because they had this kind of... You don't even care about that. You're like, I am absolutely a warrior. I am absolutely a child of God. I look around and I'm grateful for all that I have. And I know that I am blessed. Okay, that is so beautiful. That is such a strong start. Didn't expect this to go that way, but wow. I want to keep reading. Okay, so yeah, you've just always kind of felt like you were the outcast. This feels like I'm definitely reading to people who probably were adopted or were foster children, or you might be deemed the black sheep in the family and kind of disowned. If any of that has happened to you in the past, I'm sorry that happened to you. I'm happy that you actually didn't allow that to break your spirit, and I'm proud of you for stepping out of that as a stronger person, as a more powerful being, as a beautiful motivational speaker. A lot of you are preachers, motivational speakers, or people who create change in environments. Some of you are advocates for foster children or victims. You're using your voice in a great way. You're using your voice to garner change in other people's lives because you know how it feels to be there, and you're going and speaking inspiration. I'm seeing a microphone for some people. So some of you are going to be leading community groups, community advocate groups in the future. Some of you will be creating programs in universities. Some of you will be creating social programs. I'm getting a lot of social working type of energy here, a lot of healers, a lot of people who are guardian angels. There is, this is a big one. I'm feeling that there is a sense of reform that's going to come there's a sense of reform that's coming for, I want to say the United States, like social programs. Some of you are advocating and spearheading the change that is to come. This is absolutely amazing. A lot of you are representing underrepresented groups of people, minorities, the one percenters, the rare cases. You guys are using your voice to pioneer change, divine destiny, path of the divine warrior. So this feeling that I'm getting is like this feeling it's just the overwhelming feeling of victory that you were born with. And it's almost hard to put it into words, but you were born and you just knew what you were going to do. You were like, wow, the world is a messed up place and I know I'm going to change it. And that is a very strong spirit. I could tear up thinking about it, but you just knew that you were born to change the world. And a lot of you are going to be successful at it. If you're not going to be in the White House, you're going to be in programs that influence big decisions. Y'all are powerful. Y'all are some powerful decision makers. Proper burial for freedom. So yes, you are making do with, you're putting the old where it belongs. You're making do with the future. You're saying, okay, this has to stop and this needs to be done. So a lot of decision makers, some of you are going into politics, okay? A lot of you have been grappling with the idea of creating a third party because, you know, we have a bipartisan program here. Bipartisan, we have one party and another party in the US, but you are looking like, okay, well, this has not been working for us. We need to start to change. A lot of you are going to be putting forth grassroots campaigns, advocating. You're going to be activists. And this is because the things that happened to you only shaped you to be stronger. This is a really good energy. You guys can rally spirits really well. You can rally people really well. I mean, you can raise the morale of a nation, and it's just your God-given gift. So a lot of you are people who are amazing at speaking to the public, at reaching people. You can look at someone in the eye and they can know that you are trustworthy just in a microsecond. Like, they're just blown away and they just feel this overall nourishment that you offer them, okay? So you give people hope. You give people this parental feeling. You give these people safety. They trust you. They believe in you. You have people like, oh, wow, this is a lot of people. It just feels like you have crowds and arenas just like, yeah, we believe in you. We believe. So if you were wondering if your dreams would come true, if anybody was listening to you, those days of wondering are over. This right here is confirmation that you do have crowds of people following you. You do have crowds of people who believe in you. You do have crowds of people who will listen to what you will say, okay? Let's keep pulling some cards here and keep seeing what the universe has in store for you, what God wants to bless you with. I actually feel honored to be reading this right now for you guys. Let's see. Talisman of Potency. Charging sacred objects of power. I'm being drawn to her necklace right now. So this is making me feel that you actually have had this gift of communication for a long time. It's gotten you in trouble a few times because you spoke up for what was right and what was wrong. You had no problem with challenging authority and saying, hey, this isn't the right thing to do. This is against human rights. It might have been something as simple as being in school and your teacher taking away your phone and saying, well, you're not allowed to have your phone. And you, as a kid, without anybody else prompting you, you said, well, what if I have an emergency and I need to call a family member? And this is very specific, by the way. And what if I have to call a family member and you take away my phone and something happens in the school? That's a right. That's a violation of human rights. So you have the mind that likes to problem solve. Your talisman of potency actually comes from your mind and your ability to communicate. You make people who think they know it all think again. Anytime you speak, you make people who think they know it all think again because they don't know it all. And it's healthy to challenge authority and you actually gain a lot of respect. Okay, so you will be a spearhead of change. You will be a spearhead of change on a grand scale, not only in your community, not only in your own life, but in the world, okay? A lot of you are naturally loving people. You care about people. You deeply empathize with people. You can really, really connect with people just by looking at them. And it just feels like it's a family member to you. Even if they are not blood related, you look at humankind like this is my big family. I love everyone. Everyone on earth I want to see better for. You are giving me the vibes of like a Martin Luther King type of person. And, you know, like regardless of how people feel about these kind of people politically, you know that humanity deserves so much more than to go through hell. You actually want to look at the people who perpetrate evils onto other people, and you want to look at them and figure out what it is that made them the way that they are, so that you can change that and you can prevent pain and suffering in the future. This is a really big message. I did not expect it to go this way. But you want to stop things. You want to prevent pain. You want to move this earth that we are on into a higher level of collective consciousness. You want to bring connection and love back onto this earth. You want to bring a sense of safety and establishment back into this earth. You want to remove confusion from our lives. You want people to actually experience happiness from the beginning. I see that a lot has happened in your childhood that has made you question even living sometimes. I mean, it's made you question humanity. It's made you question like your own existence, and your winning side was like, yeah, I'm not going to let this stop me. I'm going to take this and I'm going to fuel my activism to change the world. That is so amazing. That's amazing. I'm at a loss for words for that, because it takes a lot to look at your pain and say, instead of inflicting pain onto the world, I want to stop this. Instead of letting my problems break me, I'm going to break the problem. I'm going to solve it, and I'm going to dedicate my life to this. Speaking of dedicating lives, I'm getting the images of Mother Teresa. I'm getting images of religious leaders. I'm getting images of peacemakers and councils who want to come together and unite the world so that we have a better life, like better lives, better resources, a happier world. This is so beautiful. This is actually super beautiful. Let's see what else the world, well, not the world, but the universe wants you to know. What is it that Merkaba? Yes, you are very much ascended spiritually. Yes. The frequency of Merkaba supports our ability to use our consciousness to traverse into other layers of reality and dimensions. It activates our access to our Akashic inheritance as well, merging the totality of our experiences into our present to serve our highest purpose. You're a purposeful being. You actually might just be an angel incarnate. You might actually just be an angel here on earth, okay? And you're seeing what's going on in the world, and you're like, I already know how to fix this. I'm going to keep fixing it. Dynamic. You're dedicating your life to bringing forth our highest good. The frequency of dynamic supports our ability to harmonize between layers and aspects of different origin and frequency. It helps us to put together a reality that is made up of many different elements, both familiar and completely new, with ease, grace, and great joy. Some of you are already ascended masters. You can see into all of our human records. You are historians. You are prophets. You can synthesize information and apply solutions into this world. That is freaking phenomenal. Like, this read kind of makes me nervous a little bit, because it's like, wow, like, you know, how could you ever, as a normal person, live up to someone who can see all of these things? How could you even be on that level? Like, it's just kind of like, wow, you're just out of this world amazing. And you literally, like, if Jesus was here, you would be friends with Jesus type of thing. Like, you've dedicated your life to be a decent person and to help others to live decent lives. Divine feminine, okay? It's so interesting because I have the card here, primary nourishment. I'm being drawn to it right now, but I'm going to read off divine feminine. The frequency of divine feminine supports our receptive, nurturing, and soft side, allowing it to express itself openly and helping us to connect to our intrinsic understanding of our connection to all of creation. As I've said, you just have this deep connection to all. My body's kind of heating up as I'm talking about this, because you just have this parental, motherly energy. Divine feminine, this is one that is giving, that is healing, that is unconditionally loving, and you just love humanity with every fiber of your being. Okay, you're like, wow, like, you're literally the physical embodiment of God's love for all humankind. You are quick to forgive other people. You were born innocent. You see the innocence in other people. You don't blame people. You literally are just like, when people step into your energy, they want to be their best selves. You make people want to be a better version of them. You make them say, I want to quit drugs. I want to stop my bad habits. I want to be a better person. I want to contribute to society. I want to better other people's lives. I want to be an inspiration. So you just carry this energy that transforms people without you having to even say anything. Because you were born with a gift of transformation, of alchemizing and transmuting these heavier energies, these heavier moments into something that is motivational, you naturally bring that out in others. A lot of you might have careers such as guidance counselor, you might work in rehabilitation centers, you might do charity work, fundraisers, you might work with social programs, you might be therapists, you might be psychologists, you might be holistic healers. If you are not in any of those professions, maybe you should look into your profession like that, because you want to create change and you want to actually heal people on an individual basis. So I would start consulting with people in a way that makes sense for you. Even if you're just another tarot, you're not just another tarot reader, but if you're a tarot reader or therapist or someone who's just great at giving guidance, step into that, because your work is effective. Your work is effective, and it just seems like this divine energy flows through you so naturally, and it helps heal others. You are a healer in the flesh. Even if you're practicing Reiki, if you lead meditation, yoga, anything on that nature that has a softer energy to it, step into that profession and give it your all, because you are really, really, really nourishing humankind by living in your purpose, okay? Let's see what else the universe wants you to know. I'm going to use my Light Seers deck. Let's see what else the universe wants you to know. Page of Cups. We have Page of Cups. I'm being drawn to the feet up here. It's like people are looking up to you, because in a way you are vibing so high that you're levitating above them. People feel like this when they're around you. They feel like they've just gotten started. They're like, holy crap, how am I supposed to live up to this? And you make them feel comfortable with where they're at. You help them to grow. So they look at you like this person who is so ascended, who has all of the knowledge, and you just open their heart. I'm looking at these lines, and it's just drawing out towards his aura from his heart. You just make people feel open and comfortable. Okay? There is a little piggy here. It's like, you're so rare. You know when people say, oh yeah, that'll happen when pigs fly. You're so rare that when people come into your presence, they're like, whoa, I completely respect this person on a level that I've never experienced respect on, or I've never had that feeling of, I deeply respect you and I love you. You've done amazing at holding that vibration of unconditional love, okay, and healing energy. Queen of Pentacles, you will be greatly blessed for sharing your gifts, okay? You know how this world works. It feels like you've incarnated many times. You kind of know the games that are played, whether it be spiritual games, whether it's angels versus demons, whether it is political games, whether it is, you've seen this game going on and on and on, and you kind of have a grip on it, and you're like, I'm so beyond this. So beyond this. I already know where I am, who I am. Queen of Pentacles. You are in tune with your divine feminine. And even if you are a male, female, whatever you may identify as, this energy is a softer energy. And I use feminine to just describe the softer qualities of this energy. It's light, it's airy, It is comfortable, comforting, and nurturing. So Queen of Pentacles, Seven of Wands in reverse. So it's almost like you don't have to force things to happen. You just allow them to happen because you are so comfortable with yourself. You are so divine. I'm also getting visions of like Buddhist monks or ascended monks. Like you just kind of have this knowing. I got to get out of the habit of saying kind of, because it's not that you kind of have a knowing. It's actually that you do have a deep knowing. It's almost as if you've reached nirvana time and time again. Whether you've had it all in a past life or you've had nothing in a past life, you have found peace. And so you can teach this peace to many different people and they can feel the peace emanating from your existence. And so it overcomes them. Some people are drawn to tears. Some people have goosebumps. It's a gift that is necessary in today's time. Okay? You allow people to open up. You allow people to open up and feel comfortable about whatever it is that they've been through. Queen of Cups, you definitely have easy relationships. You have friends that can come to you for anything. You're open door to everyone. They can cry to you and you can be there for them. You make everybody feel comfortable. And everyone loves you for this. And you're deeply protected spiritually because of this. Like, it feels like you're just Mother Earth and the flesh. Like, everyone loves you. Everyone wants to be around you. You're mother. That's really freaking beautiful. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You don't judge people. It's awesome. And because of that, it makes you a very powerful person. Some people weren't familiar with what true power was, but when they met you, they actually felt it. The abundance that I desire also desires me. The abundance that I desire also desires me. So you find it very easy to manifest to the point where you don't even ask anymore. You don't ask. You just know that it's going to come. And you live it. I enjoy having an abundance of love in my life. This is definitely giving me Empress energy. It's like, I'm here, you're here. We're both here. We're both humans. We both know the deal. There's no reason to hate. There's no reason to cause strife. We're here. You're a peacemaker. And you have an abundance of love in your life. You enjoy having love in your life. You enjoy giving love. Very respected person. You're the type of person that goes down in history books. For sure. I'm grateful for the abundance that I already have. Very much giving me a lot of Pentacle energy, a lot of Empress energy. You just have all that you need. You're comfortable. You're always comfortable. Every time you come back to Earth or you reincarnate, you're just comfortable. No matter where you are. You can be in the slums and you're comfortable. You can be in a palace and you're comfortable. You could have nothing and you're comfortable. You just have this deep serenity. You make people want to surrender to God as soon as you walk into the room. They're like, ah, sigh of relief. All right, let me finish up this read. Let's see. The deal is yours, babe. So you don't even ask. You just envision it and it happens. Very much goddess energy. Goddess energy. You can ask for something simple. You can ask for something, well, you don't ask, but you just envision something simple and it manifests. You envision something big and it just manifests. It's just so easy for you. You are very much aware of your power, of your mind. And so you just take the simple, easy route. You don't complicate things. My budget is unlimited like the universe. You know that you can have any and everything. You can create whichever outcome that you would like in your life. And you know that everything that you desire also desires you. So you just move naturally. You flow naturally. I only get the best of the best, nothing less. You're respected everywhere you go. People love you. What more can I say? It just feels like you know this. Okay, this is basically a reading, a confirmation that you are goddesses in the flesh, and we love a goddess in the flesh, right? We love a good healer in the flesh. We love a nurturing spirit in the flesh. We love it. That's just a blessing. Your presence is an absolute blessing. So if you feel inclined to, if you're interested in any short messages, you can catch my shorter messages on my Instagram at Key to You. You can catch my shorter messages on TikTok at Key to You or at Manifest Abundance Co. And if you'd like to join my Facebook group, Manifest Abundance Here and Now is what you should type in. If you want to support me on any of those platforms, I would greatly appreciate it. If you want to leave a comment, share, save, whatever it is on those platforms, I really do love when you do that. With that being said, stay happy, stay healthy. Peace out. Check out my other videos as well.